It says we're live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Seymour, thank you for being Seymour Bennett, the first one here this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to people coming in from work this morning. Extra special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery driver, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to you. Shout out to the garbage truck driver, very essential. And the work of them on the truck too, very essential. Shout out to the people in the medical field, very essential. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Manners and respect, and thank you for being here this morning, everybody. I get a late start on the morning. We're 14 minutes past the hour, but I'm here with a big cup of turmeric. All right, listen me, assistance. I'm on crutches. I'm on crutches. Here, wanna the other day when the slippers fling me down, seeing wifey said, you know you're not supposed to be walking on that foot, right? Because it did start to swell already. So it looked like you might have sprained it. You know you're not supposed to be walking on it. You need to lay down and elevate your foot. And I know these things too, but me not take no talk. So I think I was invincible and stuff. So I was like, sure, it'll go away. And I walked around, hobble, hop, 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 go Walmart, walk up and down the whole big superstore, hop, hop everywhere, walk, walk. You see, by the evening, it feel like somebody said, put your foot right there, so I slapped my ankle with a hammer. It just started to hurt like somebody was stabbing up my foot. I kind of hurt that. I've been shot before. I get gunshot before. And it felt just like that. And I was looking at my foot. I remember I'm telling her, say, I'm a hypochondriac. So I look at my foot now. I say, I wonder if I have some bad circulation problem and blood I got flow retro back this way up in my heart and clog my heart and give me stroke or something. And I start thinking all kinds of weird stuff. When the truth of the matter is I just needed to elevate the foot. See? So big up to wifey last night now. She's like, lay down, me lay down. First of all, I tried I hadn't slept for 2 days. That's why y'all saw me yesterday. I started the show with the glasses on, cause my eye them red and look like this. I could not sleep at all. 24 hours straight, I was up. And when I tried to go to sleep, I take edibles, right? I ate one of them edibles that's supposed to put you to sleep a whole night. My body won't go to sleep, but my brain can't go to sleep because my foot is pounding. Literally felt like there was a heart in my foot, just pounding. Wake up the next morning, couldn't put it on the ground. It hurt more than anything else. And I have a high tolerance for pain, let me tell you. So when you see me cry about pain, you must know say it's real pain. I have a severely high tolerance for pain. Even my kids said to me, 14-year-old Kosi said, Dad, you're the type of person who you'll probably die in your house before you go get help because the stuff that regular people are like, oh my God, I'm hurting. You're like, it'll pass, and that's how I am. So that alone. But anyhow, the foot swell up big like grapefruit. I'm looking at my ankle the next morning like, what is? Last night, she rig up a little thing on the bed for me. And, put my foot in it, elevated my foot, and woke up this morning. Matter of fact, before I even fell asleep last night, I started feeling the pain just go away. And I was like, yo, this feels so good. I haven't felt this good in like 2 days. I start give thanks to God and everything. I was like, God no, other people have life worse than this. Somebody could have, so I thank God for all my pain and my little struggle and because this ain't nothing too big or nothing. The way I'm happy that I wasn't feeling that pain anymore and I could look forward to sleeping last night. And I actually slept. I sleep good last night. So I wake up this morning feeling vibrant and these things. Sleep is so important. We underestimate the power of sleep, And I wake up feeling vibrant and good this morning. And she give me some, what to give me again? Some 800 milligram Tylenol or something. I don't know what. I took like two of them 4 hours apart, and that was it. So this morning I'm up on my turmeric, deal with the little inflammation and these things, and me as a tea man and all these things, right? With that said, here I am this morning for you. I'm hobbling around the house on my crutches, so I'm not move too fast. But sometimes life slow you down, just for sure. You say, no, take it easy, man. Take it easy. Stop, chill, smell the roses. I know we're on go. That's me. I'm on go all the time. I'm an A-type personality. Got to get it done. Got to dedicate yourself to it. Got to make sure it's perfect. Lose sleep. Stay up all night if you have to. That's me, right? And then, yes, Dainty D. I work in occupational therapy and I should know these things. And that's to show you, though, two things. One, we don't really be listening to the wife when they talk more time. That's just a man thing, I think. I mean, you like, yeah, be a good idea and thing, and you just go about your business. You just go about your business anyway sometimes. You know, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing, but I saw enough Jamaican man stay. And then again, the good man them there, you know, we stay already. We have a long list of things that have to be done. And we just, no matter what, we stick into the schedule and things have to be done. We don't just lay down just like that. So when you see me lay down, or when you see me hobble on crutches, you must know the thing's serious. My ankle is still swollen right now that I'm looking at it, but it looks way better than what it was the day before yesterday and yesterday. Yeah, listen to I. Yes, my friend. Yes, that's where I go. Mm-mm. Morning, Nurse James. Good morning. Yes. So, all right. So this morning we have a couple of things for the board, right? First of all, Dewey goes home to Queenie. Somebody said yesterday, you don't have nothing else to talk about. I kicked them out the chat room as soon as they started. Here's why. Because anything I talk about, I always add some different reasoning to the thing, right? So it might start out as Dewey goes home to Queenie, or it might start out as Queenie busts up Dewey for him, but it goes into other things. See? So and there's a lesson in it for all of us. I'm not just waste my time and just frivolously talk. So if you don't understand that, maybe you're new to the channel or whatever. But I saw it go. All right, so Dewey goes home to Queenie. Queenie said Dewey is home and she feeling good. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit, but not nothing too long this morning. We're not gonna go into the Dewey Queenie too long this morning. My main topic this morning is Andrew Holness did a speech while you were busy doing other things and not paying attention. I told you this before, this was coming. He's championing for life in prison for people found with illegal guns. Now, before you jump and say, yes, that's what they must do, fling them in prison and give them some long sentences and things, I want you to understand a couple of things. It's kind of like when somebody says, SouFlo, do you support the death penalty? And I say, yes, I do. I support it. And I think we need it back in Jamaica again. However, under certain circumstances, because corruption runs so deep, me no want them go grab Miss Matty little son because Miss Matty don't have money to pay a Peter Champagne or a big lawyer to go defend our son. And me no want some corrupt police go make up some stuff against the little youth, and next thing you know, he is on death row for something he didn't do because it was something that one of their cronies did. You understand what I'm saying? So certain things have to be put in place first. And as much as we want the place to be cleaned up, as much as we want justice, we can't want justice at the expense of innocent people. That's not justice. See? So Andrew out here, election drive near, and he is out here campaigning hard. You notice that the police them are go hard from day to day. Law enforcement been going hard from day to day. Whole heap what do we call it now? Whole heap of missions being run across the island. Whole lot of guns being found and all these things. Election is drawing near, and now he's talking about some long sentence and life in prison for illegal guns. See? So we're gonna talk about that because he's not. I have his speech right here. He gave that speech and it came on Twitter. Most of you might have missed it, but I have it right here. It's a small speech. It's 1 minute and 22 seconds long. So I don't know, long thing, but he was direct and to the point, and I'm gonna tell you what it is that he's missing and why he's missing these things and why these are the things that need to be fixed in order for him to come to that conclusion that he is at now, where he wants to give life in prison for illegal guns found. All right. The joke of the morning this morning, though, before we go any further and before I go to the top and big up some people, them say poop kill relationship. A poop can kill a relationship. You know what a poop is? You're probably, if you don't know what a poop is, then you're not country like me. Or you're probably not Jamaican like me. Or you're probably not from the Caribbean. I wonder what they call it in other Caribbean islands. What do y'all call, somebody in here come from St. Vincent, somebody in here come from Trinidad, and somebody in here come from Guyana. What do y'all call a poop, a fart? You know, like when somebody and ease themselves. What do y'all call that in your country? Seymour Bennett, first one in this morning. Good morning, Seymour. Big up yourself. Audrey Wright is in the building this morning. Roxy21 is here. Prelis123 is here. Asarin Odetta is in the building this morning. Great Goodies is in the building this morning. Dainty D. Kerry Ann Jones. Abir Green, I get big up this morning. I'm sorry. Not really too sorry. Teresa Lewis is in the building this morning. Soji819 is in the building this morning. Rosalind Smikle is here. Wayne Nathan is in the building this morning. Star K, I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Purple Royal. Maxine Good as Gold in the building this morning. Lady J is in the building this morning. Andrea Sherives is here with us this morning. Kai Tai Jai Empress. Big up yourself, family. Thank you for being here in my Cantonese. Kai Tai Jai Empress. Marcia McGann Lopez is in the building this morning. Mervin, The Point, Jamaica Kerr is in the building this morning. Mr. Article Dan there, Lisa Watkins there. Little Red Gucci 2 is in the building this morning. Good morning, Little Red Gucci 2. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Senior Sexy is in the building this morning. Audrey Minot, Dane J, Marcia McGann Lopez is here. And June O'Brien is in the building this morning. You know, I'm a big up Soji already, 819, and Candice on the beat, and Marcia Walters, and Vicky Victory, Arlene 876, Lessa Stevens, Stash there. Big up on yourself. Dorothy T, thank you for being here. Angel of Mine, thank you for being here. All those names I called are all green, all people with their membership. I appreciate you greatly. We're still moving towards that goal, and we do want to get to the point where we're giving away that $500 US and that $1,000 US every 30 days. Come on now, get us there so we can start giving this money out. I'm itching. I'm anxious to do it because I know it's going to be changing somebody's life if the right person gets it, right? Lulu Ridges, good morning. Thank you for being here, my friend. All right, Nathan Bourne Aris is here. Janet Doreen Barnes is here. Shelly P. there. Thank you for being here this morning. If a prison, you are definitely the one who are caught with a gun because mental is going on in Jamaica. Yeah. All right. So there are some people who are going to jump on this and say, yes, give them life in a prison. We laugh at poop means we are very comfortable with each other. Me and mines laugh at the poop. Pussy galore say me and mines laugh at the poop. So when time on the poop, on just laugh. On just cut water and laugh and everything is good. You never been around somebody yet who cut a fart and you're like, no man, something dead in there. God, that don't smell human. That smell like, you know, you start look for like if one of the pet them, maybe Frisco, the little dog in the house, or the little cat crawl up and dead somewhere. This sound horrible. Yeah, somebody ever poop and it was poop and it was so stink you felt like you could taste it, like it was in your mouth. You are go like. Your man, them say poop kill relationship. A poop can kill a relationship, not poop kills relationship. A poop can kill a relationship. Are you around? This is when you know it gets real, though. You know it gets real when you can poop in front of wifey, huzzy, and it's no big deal. You poop. Not true? So you let go a big one. And they might say, Jesus God, or something like that. And they move or something. Or even, when it gets real is when they stay there. They have climatized. They have become acclimated to your smell. So you give them the stinkiest part of your smell. And them stay there and them I said, damn, babe. Anyway, you want no change the channel? Alright, I change the channel. And they're not going nowhere, right? Ah! Oi! Yeah, that's when you know it's real right there. But you do have some though will make you feel like, yo, I think I'm gonna end this relationship. Especially in the early parts of your relationship. What I used to do is I used to go lock myself in the bathroom and let it out. Wifey used to do the same thing too. She used to go lock herself in the bathroom and let it out. And I can't hear her from out of which apartment about she had tried poop silently. See? Now the first time that I actually smelled a stink poop from her, I think I said it out loud. I said, Jesus Christ, there's no way you're so pretty and that smells so stink. And I really contemplated. I was like, I can't deal with this though. That one is serious, man. This serious, man. No, we can't deal with this all the time. But you know, the smell fluctuates. It depends on what you've been eating and all these things. So the smell fluctuates. Some days it might, if I spend a week eating my watermelons and my oranges and my apples and my, it might carry like a potpourri scent to it. So she not get too mad or nothing. She just like, but it still smell like poop, right? But for the week them where you eat beer beans and beer whole heap of meat and them thing there, you're like the stinkiest poop ever. And that, my friend, can definitely end a relationship. Anyhow, body needs purging. Yes, when you start, fun and joke aside, when you start to poop and the poop start smell too stink, you need a washout, all right? Or you need to start consume whole heap of bitters, start get you some Cersei and them thing there. I just country thing. Start getting some Cersei and them something there and wash out yourself. Mix little Epsom salt with some lemon in it and wash out yourself. Don't mix Epsom salt with lemon though and then go to work. You're going to shit up yourself on your way to work, right? For those of you who don't know it. But it's true. One morning I went to work, right? And I don't know for what. I mix some baking soda and drink it. And I forgot that I mixed the baking soda and drink it. I'm going to mix Epsom salt before I left and drink it. And then I got on my way to work, I got a cup of coffee. You see, by the time I reach work, I couldn't even go get my first client to go to therapy. I had to go in the building. You want to see me in the building, put in the code in the door. I was like this to the bathroom. You know, one of them put the way you know, say you're going to put, but you can tell that, is this a poop or a shit? Is this is this going to be a shart? I can't shart up myself at work on my scrubs. So I'm like, run down that bathroom. Boy. I was like, what the? Oh, I remember now. I'm in the stall. I'm in the stall like this and stuff like this. I'm supposed to be going in and go get. By the time I go into the therapy gym, set my stuff up, get ready to go get my clients again. I run back to the bathroom again. I was like, in my bathroom, lock myself in there again. I said, I'm gonna get in trouble today. I'm gonna be non-productive today. Those of you who work in that field, you already know how it goes, right? Your productivity level has to be at a certain percentage. Like if you're on the clock, you can't be on the clock for a certain amount of time and not have done certain amount of things. So me today is a doodle up there, because back to the bathroom again. When I got my first client, I'm in the therapy gym and had to run and leave the client in the therapy gym. I'm asking another therapist, can I have to make sure that I'm safe? Can you keep an eye on so for me? Yeah, she's non-weight bearing. I'm back to the bathroom again, lock myself in there. So a true thing, I tell you, do not mix any of them things together. It gets serious. It gets really, really serious. All right. So Queenie, she know. Big up to Queenie and big up to Dewey here, sir. Queenie
okay,
said,
let me take out the burgundy and put that grand color in and change up the ear. Today is chat and laugh over America, lava, sun, chop and laugh,
big up lava.
Girl, Queenie, thank you, Debbie. Ladies and gentlemen, well, you know, so Debbie, she's a mobile hairdresser and face, what you call it, makeup artist. So when you know want the night makeup and so they Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, whichever day, Debbie, hair and beauty, all in the hairdresser shop. Lots. By the way, my husband, they want. Yes, it was a journey. Fight for your belief in a Queenie. Stand up and fight for your husband, Queenie. And that's what I do. He's at home in the bed. So I come and get my face beautified for today. Well, we'll break up and we're going to start back fresh by the grace of God. Who God put together? No man tried to put apart. Let me love you. Let me take out the burgundy and
Yeah,
put a
Queenie.
color in and chill up the
He is home in the bed. Mm-hmm. The way I wait upon it, Queenie say, she gotta beautify herself, get her hair done, get the face beat. Do we go? Yeah, you know that one they go already. The makeup, breakup, makeup, something there. Mm-hmm. That I miss you so much. Mm-hmm. Sheeta rip up. I miss you so much. It is so intense after them argument there. I wish them all the best. Good luck to them. I hope they had a whole lot of fun making up because I know the breakup part nice and the makeup part nice, right? Only thing me I said to you though, Queenie, is fight for your husband. Don't fight your husband. All right, make it fight for him. Don't fight him. Cause I'm not thinking more get over the boss said something there too. And but I put our mark on him. He's going to have a mark right there. Any girl will see him out the road does not say a Queenie bust him head. Him have a mark right there. She put her mark on him. It's like one time they used to brand us on the plantation. So everybody know you belong to the Smith because you have the big brand Aspire. Him have a boss said a Queenie do it. Him put big up to two of them, man. What I told you before though. What did I tell you before? Eh? Mr. Emma gonna go back. All right, and they're going to be okay. That's why I'm in a tech sides. I use people stuff to teach from it, to learn from it, to even teach myself, learn a lesson or two from it and these things and keep it moving. Me not about tech no side. Cause when you tech side, I'm telling about the woman that was getting beat up and the man that jumped in the middle. Talk about, hey boy, you shouldn't be beating a woman like that and a cuff the woman husband. The woman turn around and start help her husband beat him. And he had the best intentions for her. He was trying to make sure she never get beat up by her husband and him end up get beat up by the woman that he was trying to save. So, you know, jumping on people things on tech side. See? So shout out to y'all every time if anything happened with me and my wife, you know, jumping on tech side or dirty soul floor. You know, something did off but him, you know, narcissistic, this, that, and the other. I have this one woman that stalks me to this day. She's in my G. She write SouFLoTV at gmail.com where I'm supposed to get my business mail. She find me on WhatsApp. She found me on Instagram. She all over the place. All her correspondence to me is you narcissistic, this and that, you how you doing your wife and this that. And I'm like, what the hell is this lady talking about? You know? She watched one video and she take all that from it that I am narcissistic and me not care about my wife and me only a user and all this. And this lady a follow me around every rotted where. Me and she good and you still stress out over family relationship. Isn't that crazy? She probably home losing sleep, jumping up at 2 o'clock in the morning, can't go back to sleep. I wonder what SouFlo is doing to brains right now. I would tell you what I was doing to brains right now, but we're not gonna go there. Anyhow, we're gonna get into the one now. So big up to Queenie and big up to Dewey, man. Let them do them thing and live them life. And you know, after them break up to break up and make up to make up until it break up and can't make up no more, or until it goes the distance and them get to laugh after us. It's their break up to break up and make up to make up until it can't make up no more, cause it just broke up. That's all? Alright. mm. Can prosper. You're the only one that get a big up this morning because your donation and all these things. I feel us big you up. Anyhow, here is Andrew Holness, right? And Andrew Holness is going to talk about way Maga do know about the guns. Listen to this keenly. I have him on screen on my other computer. I don't know why, after they told us that you don't have to wear a mask anywhere, the mask mandate is gone. Andrew look like a villain when him come to this. Andrew look like a villain when him come to this conference. The man come in a dark glasses and a mask. I'm not even sure if I him under that talk, but you know, it's him. It's it's him. Yes, after them toxic relationship for workout is theirs. Nobody got take sides. Learn from it what you can. Wish them all the best and keep it moving forward. Look at Angela before him even start talk. Me know same that talk something somewhere. But look, so anyhow, here's Angela. This I touched him. Can go down here. Let me see. Yeah.
Sporting competitions. The challenge that we are facing
Mm-hmm.
is that there are many persons in our country who see it fit to illegally acquire a firearm. Now, the only thing we can assume when someone illegally acquires a firearm is that they intend to use it for an illegal purpose. And so the country must come down heavily on that. There can't be no ambivalence in our perspective that anyone who has an illegal firearm should be punished in the harshest possible way. And until the society is clear on that there is no excuse for gunmen, this problem will persist. We need our law enforcement and our judicial system to be very clear and very firm on persons who seek to acquire and use illegal weapons. And so my presence, as I said here today, is to send a clear signal to the country that the new firearms legislation will, one, promote and support the legal usage of firearms. It will promote the various sporting competitions that exist around the use of firearms.
Who are those? Who wanna know in a sporting competitions that carries firearms or requires the use of firearms? Think about this. Let me say something real quick. Watch this. Andrew, big mistake. Here, listen what he said, right? He said if someone is caught with a illegal firearm or is trying to acquire an illegal firearm, then it's like you could automatically assume that they plan to do illegal things with the firearm. Listen to what that just said, you know. If you are caught with an illegal firearm or if you are trying to acquire an illegal firearm, it means that you are going to do or you intend to do illegal things with the illegal firearm. All right, walk with me. I live in the state of Florida, in the great state of Florida in the USA. I'm not to talk about Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, and all these other places. Let me just talk about Florida. Since we do imitate the United States of America a lot, I think these are some of the things that we could imitate. Here in the United States of America, where I live, I don't have to ask. It is my right. I got my first legal gun at 18 years old, as soon as I was able to. I was carrying guns before that. And I was carrying guns before that illegally, and I never harmed anybody with the illegal gun. My premise, my thought was that nobody is not going to kill me here, and I don't have a chance to defend myself. So I carried my gun illegally only because I was hoping that nothing happened, but if it did, I would rather be caught with it than be caught without it, right? As soon as I was able to get one legally, that is what I did. I was aware of all the consequences of getting caught with an illegal gun, and I still carried one because me no want nobody catch me flat foot without one, right? 10 years. 10 years if you're caught with it. If you bust it, it's 15 years. If you bust it and shoot somebody who did not die, I think it's 15 to 25 years. And of course, if you kill somebody with it and it's an illegal gun, then you're catching a life sentence. I was aware of all these things in the state of Florida, and I still carried an illegal gun from the age of 14 all the way up till I was 18 years old. I told you all the story before. When I got my first gun, I was 14. I tell my brother, I say, look, yo, Jim, look on this. And he was like, yo, move that, man. How you know a bullet not in it? And I was like, no bullet, not in the man. And I squeezed the trigger and it went off in my mom's house, in our bedroom. See? So from then to then, I carried an illegal gun. All right. I was able to get one at 18 though. Why? Not because I knew somebody, not because I was from a wealthy family, not because I own a whole heap of land and real estate and I am from the Matalands or from those people who have the big last name that will own half of the city over there. So not because of any of that. Matter of fact, they didn't care if I lived on the frigged up side of town or if I lived in the suburbs on the ritzy side of town. None of that mattered. What mattered was it was my constitutional right to bear arms, to protect myself, my life. So at 18, I marched into a store, I picked out the gun that I wanted, I paid for it, they did the whole fingerprinting, everything, and I waited a week, and within a week, I got a phone call that said, your background check is back, come and pick up your weapon. I went back into the place, I picked up my gun, they put it in a case for me, and I walked out of there proudly, purchased my first firearm legally. Up to this day, I still have not shot anybody with my legal firearm. I will never shoot nobody with my illegal firearm either, right? These are the laws that need to be put in place in Jamaica. This is what I'm saying. When you go to the FLA in Jamaica, and I use that Chinese business couple that got slaughtered the other day. I have the pic. They were in our chat room, our WhatsApp chat room. Gruesome. Gruesome. Man just step in and just slap over the mother. The mother laid across the counter. Her brain gone the way there. Her husband bent up around there. So their son tried to get a firearm legally. He went to the FLA in Jamaica. He said to them that, listen, we've been robbed multiple times before. We're under threat in the community, right? And we need a gun to protect ourselves. You know what they told him? The reason given was that your life is not in no big danger. Your life is not in no big danger. So hold on. You have to wait until my life is in big danger and you get to determine if my life is in danger, and then you're going to do what? Yo, they're shooting after me. All right, go fill out some application and get your fingerprint and we'll see how fast this can go so we can get you something to defend yourself here. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So stop hustling backwards. Stop hustling backwards. And there are citizens who are so afraid of guns that because these politicians make you afraid of these guns. There are citizens who are afraid of guns who jump up and say, yes, hang them. Yes, put them in prison for life. So you're going to put me in prison for life? I've never shot anybody with it, even though it's illegal, and I've been carrying it for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. If I wanted to get into criminality, I would have done so long ago. How long may I carry that illegal gun here? 7 years, 6 years, 5 years. Never do nothing with it yet other than hide it and keep it just in case. Why? Because the premise that you ran on as our prime minister to get elected, when gunman did have we hostage, you come out and say, by the time you're done with this, you can sleep with the door and the windows open. You remember that? Y'all remember that or y'all forget? You can sleep with the door and windows open by the time I'm done with this. Yeah. And because it's election time again, and none of that happened, and now we have to grill up more than ever before because we put the grill on the outside and then we put the grill on the inside too. And now you coming with this show of force. Anybody caught with an illegal gun, life in prison. I must tell you all that new prisons are on the way. New prisons are on the way. They won't give you a state-of-the-art hospital. I want to listen to me this morning. They will not give you a state-of-the-art hospital. They will continue to have the have-nots have to take up donation on YouTube. SouFLo and SouFLo can help that little girl here because she have to fly out, go to foreign, go get some treatment. Well, why are we flying out to foreign? We have some of the brightest minds in Jamaica. Why are we flying out to foreign? Why is it is who can afford to fly go foreign, go get medical treatment can survive? And those who can't have to stand a yard and dead. Your politicians don't stay there when it's time for them to get certain kind of treatments. Remember, I think Roger Clark or whoever, when next one name Edward Seagar, the whole of them. Anything wrong with them? Jump on a plane, gone. That's enough to tell me that you yourself have no love for the medical system. You understand? You have no trust in it. You have no love for it because you know say it's shit. You made it that way and you keep it that way. So come with your new prisons, but we won't get a state-of-the-art hospital. We will still continue to look at each other and say, well, you know, so the machine where they need to actually do the procedure, there's none on the island. So we have to fly go foreign. But y'all building up multi-billion-dollar complexes with friggin' more hotel on top of more high-rise hotel and more hotel. So everybody must go turn hotel worker. Yeah, we's there to make beds. Yeah, so we's gonna make these beds and make the rooms look really nice. So for this small here change, we could feed our family. So yeah, but you're not investing in our health because you can fly out when you feel like it, undetected, private jet style, diplomatic style. Your family can fly out when you feel like it. Y'all going like we're blind and don't see. Y'all come with this talk about life in prison for illegal guns. Listen to me, man. When I listen to the whole speech and I listen to this man speak, you can't fool everybody, my friend. There's a talk going around on social media right now that SouFLoTV support gunmen and I support criminals in Jamaica. Me. I'm about to do a whole video on that and put it to the channel. But hear this. The prison industrial complex, it's heading to Jamaica. And I want you to know that the prison industrial complex, you might not think much of it. There's a whole lot of money involved in it. A whole lot of money involved in it. We're talking about the kind of money that people build big sprawling mansions off of and take yachts out to the sea on. Enough money. Put it on a stock market. Okay? The prison, that industrial complex is heading to Jamaica. New prisons are heading to Jamaica. Private prisons on the stock market heading to Jamaica. And guess what? It will create an incentive for them to have to fill these prisons. But you must be a skilled politician because you have to deceive the people. And at the same time, you have to make them feel like you're giving them something good. So what you do is when they're getting killed off by all the guns that are flooding into the country, you first act like, whoo, there's nothing we can do to stop it. The place is just full of guns. Yo, my security up. Everybody around the mansion, everybody is good. All right, we're unaffected. Don't say anything much about it. Right? And then when the people can't take it no more and them a ball out, you come out with anybody caught with an illegal gun, 15 to 25, matter of fact, life in prison. Punish them to the hardest extent of the law, blah, blah, blah. May I watch him talking up? Not once did this man address the FLA. Not once. Not once did he address the FLA. Not once did he address citizens' rights. I don't need you to tell me when my life is in danger. You don't live around which part me live, my man. Brother man, you don't live around where I live. So when the citizen come to you and say, say about, no, they don't even have to say that to you. Your news carries it. Your law enforcement statistics are printed for everyone to see. 17 people dead from this community since the start of the year. And you're like, we're only in April, 4 months. So you take an area like that and you tell somebody from that area that they don't qualify for a weapon to protect their life. Not because they're in criminality and you can prove it, but because I get where them come from. Or them not rich, or you don't know anybody of stature and status. Now, talk truth. Wasn't it the other day that they exposed a couple of people that were heads of the FLA who did give illegal weapons, or not illegal weapons, legal weapons and permit to carry them to people who had criminal records? But the people who had criminal records were people who you would expect to still be able to get a gun from them if they're corrupted, right? That's how Jack Cure name came into the mix of that. Big reggae star, my tour out the world, even though he came out of prison for whatever he came out for before and gone again. You see the big Benz them when flying our country? You know, see the $1,500, $2,500 shoes them when I show off and the $3,000 outfit them and the this and that. And that's what they respect, right? So you cut a man of money and it don't matter what your status is, you can get a gun to protect your life. Shouldn't be like that. In the US right here, they don't give a damn about your status. I could be broke as hell. I could live in the hood, if you want to call it the ghetto, if you want to call it impoverished community, or I could come from the hills. They care zero. It's based on my constitutional right to bear arms to protect myself, my family. You understand? And that is all it should be based on at the FLA in Jamaica. And any other talk other than that is ring around the rosy way I play again. Politics time again. And don't make nobody fool you. Listen what I tell you. Any other talk other than the citizens have a right to bear arms to protect themselves, to protect their life, full stop, them talking bullshit to you. And they have their agenda. Why? So you go and follow the agenda and get excited and caught up. Yes, kill them off, hang them off. All right, until them grab your little nephew. And he never did that, do nothing. But they need a scapegoat because the dirty police run this up. And I'm not saying all police are dirty. I spoke the other day about something that had to do with Shabdan, and you know, I mix up out there. And in my email is a police detective who is saying, or he claims to be, because you know everybody is everything online. He claims to be that. And the first thing the man said in everything is, I've heard you say before that police are responsible for most of the murders in Jamaica. And then he left one long paragraph after. Cut, stop, stop. You're gonna have to find that video where I said that, timestamp it. Well, you hear me, SouFLo said that, and send it to me. I had a discussion about something that Jashi said. Jashi is a new dancehall artist, and him said something. And I had a discussion about what Jashi said. And I said, Jashi has a point. You know why I said he has a point? You have to put things in context. At the time, they had just discovered more police officers that were corrupted. More. One just get caught in a lineup the other day, fingered, picked out in a lineup the other day, and he got released because his dad is a high-ranking official. Let's not talk about that. 8 more of them were arrested recently. This is based on their investigation down there and news they released to the public. The gang is called the Ranco Gang out of Clarendon. Have about 8 police or more in it. Them catch 8. Don't know how much more in there. Extortion, a murder plot to assassinate a witness in a court case. All kind of something linked back to them. So you think they won't grab your son and or your nephew or your brother or your husband and say, I him do it. Put him in there, make him go dead for it. Because the system wants somebody, plus they will have an incentive to fill these new jails or prisons. They can't go around saying, oh, all these murders are happening and none of them are getting solved. Somebody has to pay for it. You better make sure it's not yours. Pay attention. Pay attention. Valencia Smith says all guns are illegal on earth. That's like nonsensical argument. Why? Because Earth full of gun already. So we're gonna have to deal around that. See? Let's be realistic. So not once did he address the FLA. Not once did he address the FLA. Not once did that's not you, Alencia. That's somebody else that said that. Well, whoever said that is nothing against you, my bad. But whoever said that all guns are illegal on earth, we have to go deal with it another way. Not once did he address the FLA. Not once did he address the airport, the airplanes, the wharfs, the ports of entry, the ships. People, unless you and again, I'm gonna say it, and somebody's gonna be offended. Oh, you're so full of yourself. You call your viewers slow. No, unless you're slow, you don't understand. No little ghetto youth. And none of we regular citizens, not even ghetto youth, because you know how the classism thing in Jamaica goes. You have middle class who feels like they are upper class, right? So they look down on ghetto youth, or who is considered ghetto youth are poorer. And then you have upper class who look at them in the middle like you are a piece of under my and you can't come up yourself, right? So none of us control the airport, the airplanes. The guns don't have wings. They didn't fly here, okay, on their own like birds. They came in a vessel, most likely an airplane, most likely a ship or boat. These ships and boats and airplanes, they travel in the airspace. They go through airports. They pull up at wharfs. Somebody is searching. Somebody is responsible for. Nobody on that higher level is held accountable. Address those who are entrusted in these high positions of authority and punish them 2 times harder when you find out who it is that is bringing these things in or facilitating that these things come into the country. I see some big long gun cock up on all stand. Look like man can barely lift that up the bus it. How that come in? Even when you break that gun down, it still break down to big pieces. And I like you can splinter it up and put it in a 4 little box and then send it on when it reach you, reassemble it. The gun still break down in a big pieces. How are all those reaching in? And I don't hear you talking nothing about cracking down from the top. You want to crack down from the bottom down. Yeah, you want to crack down from down which part? Look, get to you them when they done or the whoever corrupted politician or whoever going at the garrison community and say yes to the gun them and make sure so I run the thing this way, nothing comes back to me. And when election time come, you round up the votes them for the eye and that and work it out the same way that it's been worked out for over how long now. Them youth that can't even afford some of the guns that they're carrying. But they looking to go to prison for life. They're looking to go to prison for life, my friend. For life. Again, not once did he address the FLA. The FLA needs a drastic overhaul. The FLA needs to be revamped immediately. And new laws need to be put in place at the FLA as far as how accessible these guns are to a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen. I mean, I hear this man talk nothing about the CCTV system with central monitoring points that I've talked about. I truly was believing that Andrew Holness was going to be that politician that came along and made significant structural changes that 50, 100 years from now, new Jamaicans could look back and say, man, they were living wild in 2020, in 2022, in 2021. But then came this one man right us up and he put this in place and that in place and that in place. And look at our beautiful country now. We're flourishing. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I did. I really thought he was going to be that guy. He was younger, the youngest of. Can you know, say I be old people in there with their antiquated ideas. And I thought, okay, here comes a young one. It's going to change. Things are going to happen. Yeah. He mastered the art of slicing the bread. And when the crumbs drop off, he can give it the crumbs and then yam the whole slice. And slice the bread, and when the crumbs drop off, he can give it some more crumbs. He's slicing the bread so much that there's a whole lot of crumbs dropping off. So we feel like we are getting things. We ain't getting nothing. You're getting suckered in. You're getting suckered in. So be careful out there. What you jump on. Yes, fling them away, kill them, dash them away for life, broke them neck, bring back the death penalty. No, there are other things that need to be fixed structurally. I guarantee you, if Jamaica fixes the FLA, Jamaica will be a different Jamaica. Jamaica will be a different Jamaica in years to come. Just that one fix, the FLA. And that other fix that I'm talking about is the CCTV with central monitoring points. You know what a central monitoring point is? That's what places on a small scale, if you go in the back of a Walmart, that's why I don't understand how people can left Jamaica, come afar and go thief a Walmart. Like, you don't understand how the place runs. It's 2022. Technology has taken over. These people literally have a room in the back that has about 500 little screens. And these 500 screens in this room is their security point for loss prevention and everything else. There are people who are employed to work just in that room. They work in security. You still looking for 1997. Security guard walk around the store with him security guard uniform. I just a security up on aisle 12, so I got thief on aisle 7, and he can't catch me. Those days are gone. Right now, you have a camera that looks straight down the aisle. Then you have a camera that looks when you leave that aisle and bend the corner. Then you have a next camera pick you up going down the next aisle. Every corner of the store is under camera. And there are people who are employed and dedicated to watching these cameras all day. That is what they do. All right, that's on a small model. On a big model, look at places like London, Beijing, China, other places. They've done the same model on a bigger scale. So I don't want to hear about no gunman will shoot out the camera them and all that. It'll be so many of them that they can't see. And it's too easy to do that now. You know what somebody asked me the other day? So why you will not provide the money then? Forget all them camera the way you are talk about. I'm not government. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Good.
All right.
Curious about what you think about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at the point where honestly I think that foreign Jamaicans abroad should be running the country. Because it just seems like the people in government, I don't know if it's lack of exposure, I don't know if it's lack of education, lack of interest, the very basic of systems. They just, I don't know, they can't, 1 + 1 don't equal 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, I'm at the point where you've had nearly 70 years to get it together and you can't get it together yet.
Right.
So that tell me you're not qualified for the job. So maybe people who have been here, who have been abroad, who've seen systems function properly, and know what that looks like, who've worked in those systems, who've built those systems, need to be running the country. Because these folks, I don't understand.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not adding up.
So this is what I've said before, right? And we've said this before, right? That this is where our downfall is. You see, when the place is the way it is and they keep it that way, now you have Jamaicans or that are living outside of Jamaica that have seen different and better that have even been a part of establishing these different and betters. And we're thinking to ourselves, I could take this model home and work it and make the place a better, safer place, right? But now we're stuck with, I'm going to Jamaica, make people go kill me off because, you understand? It's like the place is so volatile that those with the expertise from overseas, they're afraid to go back.
Right.
And there's so much
I
fight.
Understand.
You're right. But you are absolutely right, though, about not an excuse. You're right about it should be those that are running it.
Yeah, they're not qualified.
That's how I
they're
feel
not qualified for the job. That's it.
Or they have an agenda.
Yeah, either way. You know what I'm saying? Just as I said, some of the most, like I was watching the movie this morning, The Call. I don't know if you've seen it with Halle Berry. And this little girl get kidnapped. And just watching like the system, she's the
like
operator.
How she was in the car and she told her to pick out the thing and pour the paint out the back.
Right.
Yes.
And Halle Berry's the operator and she connects to the police.
Yes.
And you have the helicopter and then they're fingerprinting at the scene. And then it's a system that works. You know what I'm saying?
You see how they were able to pick up. You see how they were able to pick up his fingerprint at that scene and run it and get him in the database. And
and now you're thinking, wow, if a little girl go missing in Jamaica, she just go missing.
And
the most people will do is just try and go look for her. That's it.
We still don't have a national DNA database established in Jamaica. So it's funny you just talk about the fingerprint part of that movie. We still don't have a national DNA database in Jamaica. In 2022.
In 2022.
Yeah.
Wow. It's disgraceful. I mean, it's mind blowing, honestly. It's mind blowing, but
absolutely,
it is.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I'm saying what she's saying. I sit and I look and I say to myself, like, let me tell y'all something, right? First of all, there's a lot of us that are living overseas that wish nothing but good for Jamaica. Okay? Here's the problem. You have a lot of people that are in Jamaica that think that you're an agent. That feel like, we want to bring that foreign something come here for. We don't want that. I see people talking about, then our privacy will be taken away. I seen a good comment just now that says there is no privacy in public. You hear that? There is no privacy in public. So, if everywhere in public is under the watchful eyes of the law, that's exactly how it should be. It's public. I didn't tell nobody to put a camera in your house against your will. I'm talking about public places where all these murders are happening. Majority of these murders happen in public places, in places that are highly populated, by the way. It makes you like scratch your chin like, okay, so may I read the story? Before I get to the end, I already know what it is. He escaped in nearby bushes, pan the back of a yang, the pillar was gone, and then we read the story, and yep, same ending. Somebody is orchestrating this. Can't be. It can't be that the same thing keeps happening over and over again, and the solution is right here, and nobody is reaching for the solution. We just keep repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Nah, this is orchestrated. This is orchestrated. Somebody is benefiting from this. So they like to see it go another way. When you tell people certain things, these people that are living overseas, they've seen different systems work. They've been a part of establishing these different systems that are in place that are working overseas. We can bring that model to Jamaica and work it. Yeah. Go there and get a big fight. I remember they sent overseas, the US sent experts to Jamaica to work with our law enforcement to establish. Someone says I'm buffering. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo, and Dewey.
Morning, family. What going on?
What the lady just said a while ago, it makes sense to a point. Like, where really going is these governments in the smaller country, they don't really have a say so. carrying foreigner around Jamaica, they might have the brightest idea and the best plan.
No. She not talk about like that. She talking about as in Jamaicans that have been living overseas. Not foreigner like straight.
No.
Them the foreigner
Jamaica,
you talk.
no, we're talking about Jamaicans when they go overseas. We're calling them foreigner.
You know, that somebody offended by that, brother.
Yeah.
Somebody don't want me call no foreigner, you know.
Okay, then Jamaicans then.
But me get your point, man. Me get your point.
Yeah, even if you bring them back as one of the brightest ideas and the brightest plans, as soon as them sit down in the seat there, and a China consulate, an American consulate, draw them in and put them to sit down on a table and hand them the handout, them have to follow them rules there. Them have to follow them rules there. So even if they don't come in, come do good, none of them can do good because they have to answer to people above them.
But who going to break the cycle though?
Yeah, but these people have more knowledge than we think. We think the government them stupid, they're not stupid. Them know exactly what they're doing. Them have an agenda to follow. So anybody take the seat there, no matter what good intention them have to follow the script or else we know how to work out for them. Just like when them you want dollars them. And then they decide to them about cancel Mr. Leaching visa and cancel politician visa to get them ways and then think they're going to sanction them. If any government still in a power and no one take that, they're going to sanction them and mess with the country. So even with them good intention, them have to come in and follow the script.
So we're doomed. We are doomed unless there's a leader that can step out and go against whatever that script is. Because if that script involves bringing in a whole heap of illegal guns into the country, which then ends up in the hands of so many youths and people who are willing to murder frivolously, that's the destruction of the country. That's the destabilization of the country. So you're telling me that somebody want that?
So you forgot that a CIA are the first set of people who ship guns to Jamaica to destabilize Jamaica. You forgot that that happened back in the 80s. A CIA sent too much weapons from Jamaica to destabilize the country. In the meantime, the Jamaican currency was more than American currency, and Jamaican is actually a value. A lot of people don't know that Port Royal was the richest place in the world at one point. A lot of people don't even know that. These people destabilize the country on purpose. And these politicians are just puppets because Jamaican have no resources. We don't have no backbone for ourselves. We depend on these countries to survive. So we can't do without them. We cannot do without them, so we don't want to go against them. Because we have to live off of them resources. And if them do them script for follow, just like you have a pit in your house, and you set your rules in your house, they're not following. They have to kick him out. And if probably about they go suffer. So guess what? Even if you don't like some of your rules, them, as long as you live in your house, you must abide by your rules them in your house. And I just said enough of the smaller country them live by. If you see what going on on a world stage, all of the country them will not follow rules like Russia and them country. We all see what's happening to countries who don't follow rules. Venezuela, North Korea, Russia, and them countries who don't follow rules. We see how the rest of the world treat them. And these countries have resources, can survive on them own, and them still go through a hard time. Just imagine what would happen to a small Jamaica.
I'm going to ask you a question. Boy, you're up on points to tell. You see certain people name me not call, like when you call them name, me hear them get extra. But let me ask you a question. So, if you notice, right, if you look at all the Caribbean islands, see, Jamaica leads the way when it comes to violent crimes, right? Mostly by gun. Here's my thing, because this started out with Andrew talking about guns, so I'm gonna keep it on that vein there. So are these other Caribbean islands not being flooded by guns? Why is only Jamaica get flooded out by guns?
So because Jamaica is one of the most influential countries in the world, and a lot of first world countries is threatened by our influence. Jamaican have the power to influence the whole world. Bob Marley and a lot of other people come along and prove that point. And then now we reach back the level there where Jamaicans and them good news and them good gospel are influence the world again. They don't want that again. And the media and other people are involved in it. That's why we can't even get no good music and them things there. Right now, a man sing wap 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 a certain song. I'm not bash the artist, but we see throughout the world the type of music that will get pushed to the forefront.
Right.
And these things are orchestrated. The media them come out and blame youth every day for violence and crime, and the media them have the power to change it. Because if the radio station, the money people decide, you know what, we're gonna cut down from the copy music and give back the people good music. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen tomorrow if they want that, because you out there still have the good. The good people them is not being pushed to the forefront.
Right.
Do something bad and you get highlighted for the bad things. Do something good and nobody hear about you. And everybody want to feel good about themselves. And if you them were grown don't really understand life, see the negative thing them get highlighted, you them have to cooperate and make money, and then you they get the girl them, and then you they live the life. You them want live some life put can put for food from them mother part. So you go run the risk and live some proper life to feed your family and kind of separation. And the cycle is perpetuated.
Boy, brother, you're more than answer my question, you know. Job.
You know, this thing, it was written. And the Bible says, some people don't believe in the Bible, the Bible tells us, from the islands in the sea, await my cry. Christ said that in the Bible. So these people know the power of the whole entire Caribbean whole. And Jamaica at the forefront of the Caribbean. So them try them best to destabilize all Caribbean countries, especially Jamaica.
Food for thought, my friend. Food for thought. Manners and respect, you know, my brother. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, big up yourself.
Thank you. Food for thought. Listen, I had to stop the comment section because watch this. Lavanka Douglas. Lavanka Douglas, you're the only one I get featured this morning without a green. But Lavanka Douglas says you need to do more research about Jamaica before you talk, because we have Jamaica Eye. All right. Lavanka, listen to me. No need to be defensive. Because when me tell you say you can't more Jamaican than me, and that's what it always comes down to. It always comes down to us trying to prove to each other who love Jamaica more, who is more Jamaican than who. No, you can't more Jamaican than me, and you can't love Jamaica more than me. If you love it to death, me love it to death and beyond, just the same way. Here what I say though. We have Jamaica Eye. Jamaica Eye is like a newborn baby in comparison to the systems that I spoke to you about before. The system where them having a Walmart store outdoes Jamaica Eye in every which way. So you got govern a whole country with Jamaica Eye, and Jamaica Eye is underdeveloped, and they're dragging their feet for how long? Why I say, babe?
Jamaica Eye is only in two major cities. Kingston and Montego Bay have cameras that are set up for Jamaica Eye, and those are like big top of the line businesses.
And they
barely have cameras. They have 1 or 2 cameras.
You hear what wife just said? Okay, so that's and again, this is what they do. They know what they're supposed to be doing, and then when people like us talk, them say, okay, them a beat the issue, so make we give them little something, so them slice the bread and scrape off some crumbs. It's called Jamaica Eye. Crumbs. We have a system now in place. It's called Jamaica Eye, and it's helped us to catch 2 criminals the other day and stop 1 in progress. Well, if you roll it out the way I said to roll it out, let me tell you the benefit of what. Let me show you the benefit of what I talk about. All right, the benefit of what I am talking about when I say central monitoring point. Yes. Those of you who live in the UK, you know exactly what I'm talking about because you've seen this system work. There is actually a show that shows you the inside workings of this system. See? So you have Jamaica under cameras everywhere. You have a central monitoring point. You see, inside of this central monitoring point, you have police officers, law enforcement officials that are employed just to work inside Yasso. And all they do in here is monitor the hundreds of cameras that are in this room. Each one of these cameras in the room is a camera that is bringing in footage, live footage from different avenues and lanes and streets and alleyways and all that in different sections of this city. These officers that work in this room, they are in touch with the officers who are on the street out in the road. So when you have, like in the UK, they're in the central monitoring point. I've seen them call an officer out a road, and he said, "Hey John, could you and your unit get over to, just an example, can you and your unit get over to Elm Street? Elm Street, go to 14 Elm Street, right in front of the building that has 14 on it. There's a young man there. He's wearing, let's zoom in and see what he really looks like. Okay, he has a beard, but he has a hoodie up. He's wearing a red hoodie, and it says 'Zero them out now' on the front of the hoodie. And he has both hands in his pocket, but there's a imprint of a gun in that pocket. Could you just go over there and make sure that nothing's happening? Because he looks really suspicious. Blah, blah, blah. Police are there in no time. Police are there in no time, and the youth I wonder how or who say what or what. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. The bottom line is Jamaica is the capital of the world, and they will do everything to destroy it. Because everywhere you go, Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. And that's the bottom line.
So you feel like we're that much influential that they want to destabilize it?
Both Bob Marley, Shelly Ann, whatever, everything is forced in the music, in goods, in the food, in the restaurants, in clothes, everything. Jamaica influenced the world. So Jamaica is the capital of the world, and that's what they want to destroy with all the guns and everything.
So you can't have these giants rising up out of this one Caribbean country.
One little bitty country, and that's what influence the world. Everybody wants to go to Jamaica for vacation, to do everything, get married, do this, do that, everything.
I want to tell you something. Even some of these wealthy people and stars that you see going there, them are gonna get to see even with Obiaman them, because them say even the witchcraft or even the Obia or the voodoo or whatever is the best from there.
Everybody wants a house in Jamaica. Every one of these rich people wants a house in Jamaica, from America, from every other country. They want to buy up Jamaica, take control of it. So when it's time Jamaica to bad, it's highlighted in the world, so that's what they want.
Thank you, family.
You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love your program.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay,
bye-bye. Oh, man. You know, in all fairness, we might look on it and say, oh, what Jamaica have so rest of the world would I want, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Don't underestimate what is being said. It might not be like being said specifically exactly how that would translate or work out. But long time ago, when we did do my Rasta trad, I remember all the Rasta man say, yo, them don't want to see our next Marcus Garvey rise up in a brother. So them are go down, everybody will come after Marcus Garvey, you know, to make sure say, I be a foolishness and going to deal with. Them are going to influence on the other way there. Them don't want to see our next mighty so and so. What the brother name that went over to Haiti and led the revolution or influenced them to start that revolution, and then Haiti became the first place in the Western world that actually traced them people that out of them place and gained their independence. Bookman. Them don't want to see our next Bookman rise up around here, and brother. Them don't want to see our next, and he named out a bunch of things and I looked at it and I was like, Rotted, this is deep. This is deep. I could think of a million reasons why somebody wants to destabilize and keep Jamaica destabilized, including our elected officials. But like the brother said earlier, they might have good intentions until they sit in that chair and then they get brought before who really run the thing and then give them the handout, the printout. So this is how it functions and this is how you, and they realize now that damn, I can't really do all the stuff that I grew up as a boy saying. Cause there ain't no way. Andrew Holness come from like Spanish Town or something like. There's no way you were growing up in Jamaica and you didn't say to yourself, one day I'm not gonna be prime minister, you know, but me I gonna have all bad things or me want the country mash up under my rulership. And that nobody says that. I'm sure he had a list of things that he wanted to see change, that he wanted to do to make the place better, that he wanted to be attached to his legacy. So the idea that he had good intentions until he got in that seat and got given the handout is very real. I'm not saying it happened. I'm saying it's very real to think about the scenario of that happening. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Jamaican people don't want to go back. They have the highest crime rate in the Caribbean. When they go abroad, somebody says when they go abroad, they give a bad name. Jamaicans are Nigerians, all the attitude they have. Why? Yeah, boy, Ivan, I don't know about all that, but a broke man can run the country. Listen, yes, like has camera everywhere. UK has camera everywhere, even on the motorway, driving between England and Wales. It's not hard to do. It is not hard to do. It's not hard to put up cameras and a central monitoring point. These central monitoring points will actually create meaningful jobs. Imagine someone tells you that that's where the fair living and monitor cameras at the central monitoring point. That's a meaningful job. That's a job that you can be proud of. You could turn that into a career field. I've managed at the place where you at the central monitoring point, or I've worked at the central monitoring point for 25 years. I'm getting ready to retire now. That's a meaningful position. It's not hard to do, and it will definitely pay off in the long run. But why don't they do it? Let me tell you about Jamaica Eye. And you see, our people are like that. Do some research before you start talking about Jamaica. I did do my research. I know what Jamaica Eye is. Cybersecurity officers. Kaitai Jai. Kaitai Jai says cybersecurity officers. Get the people them something proud, right? Something will sound like something will make sense. And somebody would be proudly in that field. You know how many bright minds we have when it comes to technology in Jamaica? And they're not even being pushed to the forefront. They're not being lifted up. And the world is becoming more and more techie wise. And we're not pushing technology like we should be. So how are we stepping into the future doing things from the past or keeping old ways, antiquated ways when everybody else is evolving? We're going to be left behind every step of the way, right? We're going to be left behind every step of the way. Baby, I'll go ahead, Jim. All right, we're almost done. Jane Anders says the gatekeeper of Jamaica is not having it. You don't do anything in the UK without being on camera. Maxine Good as Gold says, and that's factual. That's factual. I've seen. Listen, I've been to know what's the program, baby. Remember what the program name? The one where they show you in the UK and the guys that work in the central monitoring point. You can see how the system work live, and then tell me, sir, that can't work in Jamaica. It can work. Somebody don't want it to work. The sad part is we're going to keep on going talking about all these solutions and none of them are going to be implemented and we're just going to get frustrated and then we're going to start to accept things the way they are. We're not done. I don't know why people feel like we don't know what's going on in the world. This ain't back in the day, my friend. Information travels at the speed of light these days. Corrupt. Don't want to be watched. Wholeness, soul is soul, and soul out Jamaica. I'm mad as hell. Dorothy T says, Wholeness sold his soul and sold out Jamaica. I'm mad as hell. Me don't know if him sell him soul. I don't know how you sell a soul. I just know that there are things that could be put in place before you go all the way to life sentence for man found with gun. Fix up the FLA. Make sure that law-abiding tax-paying citizens who are not criminals who still have to carry a gun. Listen to me. Nobody now walk around and wait for no gunman to come run up on them. FLA telling me no, I can't get a gun and can't give me a good excuse. I'm not waiting around for police for gunman to come attack me and I can't help myself. And what is the excuse I'm going to give when I'm shot up laying on the side of the road somewhere? Me did not wait upon a gun from FLA permission to protect myself with one. But the bad man them catch me first. Oh God, me I go dead. What? There are a lot of people who carry guns with no intentions of doing criminal stuff with it. If you fix the FLA, we could get that out the way. Now, hear this. Right where I live in the United States of America, if you get caught with a gun here, they have all right to dash your way. They have all right to dash your way because it's not hard to get one legally. And there are people who are going to say, yeah, but Jamaicans, them hothead, yeah, man. Right? See, Jamaicans, them hothead, so you can't give everybody gun because people will start shoot up people. Guess what? If you use your legal gun here in the wrong manner, you're automatically on the criminal side. And you will be treated as such and you will be sentenced as such. So use the laws. Fix the laws and use the laws and let the laws govern and then you enforce those laws. I don't like y'all go walk around and just hand out guns. Here, everybody, here, gun. Oh God, Johnny, you shoot James. You shouldn't do it. Give me back the gun. It's not, that's not how it goes. A set of laws that are on the books. These laws will govern that. These laws will tell you that if you use that legal gun in an illegal manner, you will be treated like a criminal. Right? And the same people who were walking around with the gun, even though they were not criminals, just to protect them life, because you see how the place are run. You imagine you're in your bed at night time and you hear somebody tear off your grill and you can't do nothing. What do you do? Wait till they come in? Call police where? Police station closed 7 o'clock at evening, them not come back to work till the next morning. It's not like the US, they're open 24/7. If a man had break in my house, well, for me, it would be a different story. But if a man had break into my house, me can call the police department right now, local police department, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're shining lights around my house in 10 minutes. In the meantime, say this is in Jamaica, in the meantime, you can inside I say, I call the police, you know, so you can do all no I do, but police on them way and scare them way. Right? Ain't nobody trying to kill me here. I got cameras all around my place. Nobody now execute me for. Nobody now come tell me about, yo, take down your camera and them off of your house, you know, bad man. That's what they did to a man the other day in Jamaica. They executed him in the middle of the street because the man put up a camera system around him house. Bad man tell him, say, take down that rotted. Him said, no, man, now take it down. Gunshot in his head in the middle of the street because he wouldn't take it down. I don't have to worry about that. Arm the citizens so they can protect themselves. And start with, because we're under Listen, we don't have enough police officers to cover the whole of Jamaica. So you have to go give the citizens power. Now, true power is with the people, but they've spent a great deal of time and effort making Jamaican people feel like they are powerless, right? But true power is with the people. It's the people who actually really govern, set the who governs, etc. Right? True power is with the people. Give them the power, the means to be able to participate in protecting themselves. When you fix the FLA laws, and it's as easy as it is here in Florida to go and get a firearm to protect myself, then you can start to say, if you get caught without a permit to carry one and you have an illegal gun on you, it's too easy to get a legal gun. So you definitely had plans to do some illegal activities with this gun. Now me I go fling you away. Like, and I would be right here like this. Fling where him rotted, cause I'm sure I did go down there and get him. You want to carry a gun? Go get your legal gun. Me did want to carry a gun. So me make sure me go get my legal gun. And it no cost no arm and a leg to do it. Make it so people can afford it. Make it so that it is accessible and the process is easy. It's not some long drawn out process and who you know. And this a politician have to vouch for you. And this a justice of the peace have to vouch for you. And all that. Cut all that stuff out. Get right to it. Empower the people. Then you can say all that. And in closing the video, when you start to talk about guns, don't skip over the part where I said none of us don't own the wharf and the ships and the planes and the airspace and the airports, and none of us own none of them things there. And all them big guns that were coming to Jamaica coming in through all them places there. So find those people who are in position of authority and make them pay. That's where it starts. If you can close the door, close the window, the draft stop coming at the house. It's that easy. So, sir, close the doors and the windows to this. Right, that's how we're gonna left it to them. Big up on yourself, you know. SouFLo, enough of the YouTube channels are being used to instigate and cause Jamaican citizens to get killed too. Yeah, because they're on that hype. And that's what they do. We follow trends and who is trending at the moment. Remember, I know when we started to do this, we specifically made up our minds we were going to do a certain thing, which is what we're doing now, right? And we made up our mind coming into this for longevity because we want to affect change in a positive manner. Me want to go back and me go live. I'm out in the world right now, and like I tell everybody, I'm out in the world right now studying and learning, gathering my resources. But when it's time to go, I'll be there too. And I want it to be a good place when I get there. When we decide to now left again, like that. All right. So with that said, have a wonderful day. I'm gonna cut this off. Wife have to go to the gym. Babe, you ready? All right.
I'm about to go put on my shoes.
Come on. You know, I'm not always gonna show you off on these things these things.
My life is killing me.
Lord of mercy.
Hi guys.
Hi, Papa. All right, so big up on yourself. I appreciate you. Go over to her channel. I'm gonna put the link right here. Hit that link and hit the subscribe button to her channel. All right. See y'all tomorrow morning right here. But before we do all that, let me go grab the link and put the link in. Enough people always say, SouFLo, me can't find the link for our channel. Me don't know which part you put it. You know what? You would find it if you really wanted to find it. But since you said all that, I'm gonna give it to you. All right, Papa, you up?
I'm going to the gym.
You gonna stay with me, Pop? And then when I go to the gym, you can go. Okay? When my foot get better and Daddy going to the gym, then you can go with me. Okay? All right. You want to come say good morning to my audience? You're gone. I would tell you to go put your link in the thing there, but me I gonna do it. Milan is still asleep, right? All right, I finally got it. All right, so here's her link. I'm gonna put it in right there, so paste. All right. So I should see at least 100 new subscribers this morning, right? I know some people are real to the thing and some are not. There it is. All right, I just put the link up. I'm actually gonna pin it, and it's pinned. Big up on yourself, you know. Manners and respect to everybody that tuned in this morning. And like I said, I'll catch you tomorrow morning right here for God's Spare My Life on SouFLoTV. Morning thoughts. I'm feeling better, so let's go. Give thanks and praise. All right, I'm out. I was gonna say I'm out. Please, I'm out. Bless up on yourself. All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Stash, big up yourself. Andrea Sherivis, big up yourself. Peace and blessings, and thank you. Rosalind Smichael, big up yourself. Manners and respect. Thank you for being here. All right. D Sunshine, big up and bless up. Peace.